Hello, Tantric travelers. Welcome to part 2 of What is Your Erotic Alchemy? And continuing the theme from the first part of this reading, this pick a card reading, this lovely feline companion has decided to join us. So I will try not to be too distracted by her soft, precious kitty cat beauty and continue on with this reading. But I personally think and consider her presence here to be quite a blessing. So maybe feline energy is important to you, and maybe being taken care of like a pet is something that contributes to your erotic alchemy, and maybe taking care of others, such as pets and your human partners, is very satisfying to you, arousing to you, and necessary to your fulfillment as a sexual being. So that's really lovely. You're definitely a caregiver, and I have already drawn your cards because I drew them randomly from the shuffle deck and laid them out, but the video was not recording, so I'm just going to continue with the cards that were drawn while I connected with your guides, ancestors, and your highest self. So your first card is the Ten of Wands in reverse. You also have the Five of Pentacles. And your last card for your erotic alchemy ingredients is the Sun, which is a major arcana card and a very powerful cosmic energy. Altogether, I am definitely receiving and channeling that you are a healer, and you have carried a sense of responsibility both for your own healing and that of others, those who surround you. This could be partners, romantic partners, lovers, could also be family members, and humanity at large, who you feel some sense of responsibility in order to help these beings outside of yourself to shed their karmic burdens and evolve into the next cycle of sovereignty and divinity as humans, as souls having a human experience, as it said. So this is very beautiful, but it can also be very taxing on you as an individual, and it can cause you to put your own needs in a secondary position, or even not taken into consideration whatsoever. So I feel that you have been doing that, and you have been taking care of people, partners, and lovers, and this is something that gives you a great sense of arousal as well as satiation. You like to take care of those around you. You may like to treat them as sweetly as someone might treat their most beloved pet. This also betrays that you enjoy being treated this way yourself if you allow it to happen. And I'm seeing, because the Ten of Wands is in the reversed or healing position, that this is now becoming apparent to you. There could even be someone in your life, or about to come into your life, or to return to your life, who wishes to treat you in the way that you have been treating others for so long, which is sweetly and kindly and carefully. And you're starting to develop a sense that it is time to release the burdens that you've been carrying from your own experiences, your own soul contracts, relationships, wounds, dis-ease, grief, anger, injustice that you've experienced as a human in this and parallel lives. And you're starting to see that you need to experience the opposite end of this spectrum if you're looking at it in a polarized or binary way. But you also can experience this caregiving and receiving as a full spectrum experience, so that the ability to open up and be in a completely yin vibration of receiving love and care and pleasure is something that may have been difficult for you, but is something that you are willing to try now. So the 10 is indicating that this is the end of a very trying and perhaps several very challenging cycles, and you have completed the soul contracts and tasks that you set out to do as a healer and a caregiver in this way. And it is time for you to understand that you are permitted to receive as well. So this experience of the material realm, physical pleasure, sexual health and satiation and satisfaction and experience is piquing your interest in a different way now, and it can be quite risky for someone who has always been in the controlling position of being the giver of care and love and service to receive those. In fact, sometimes we even have to come to a point of crisis in order to allow this cycle to be turned so that we are in the receiving position. Sometimes that can be a crisis in health, finance. You could, possibly lose your job or take some kind of a setback in the material realm in order to position you and allow your soul to have these experiences of receiving, of being the pet. Right? The good news is it doesn't have to only be one way or the other. Once we have mastered being the caregiver and the healer and the carrier of burdens and the disperser of that karmic weight, the transmuter or transformer or alchemist of material karmic experiences, in order to take us to our next level of learning as a soul, these can be experienced simultaneously as well. And eventually, if you, my dear pile number 3, Ivory Moon viewers and subscribers, if you come into a state of balance between the giving and receiving of care, you achieve a state of a 0 point, which allows you to be open to sharing energy. These could be lovers, these could be friends, these could be Siamese twins, 2 hearts of one soul. This is definitely the possibility of soul mate relationship or relationships, encountering your soul family, your star family, and being understood on a soul level as a means of relaxing into your physical state as a human, as a sovereign divine human being. So this is a very evolved eroticism, and you may not wish to any longer to engage in relationship with those who are not able to provide you with an equal vibration on a sexual level, who understand the power, the subtlety, and the magic of the beautiful tension between giving and receiving. And in that state of equilibrium, who together become a channel for higher energy to come into our earthly experience. This could also be the achievement or the very joyful part of the tantric process It's a very happy energy after a very challenging time, and even the realization with the Five of Pentacles that you're not on the outside of the loving relationship. You're not on the outside as a giver, but you are all of the loving, the loved, the lovely, the beloved. You and all of us are those actors for the vibration of unconditional love, always, all the time. And the conscious realization of that can be very, very empowering and put us into a state of worthiness and a position of pure joy in just being alive, gratitude for this experience. So it's very beautiful. It's a lovely way to finish the 3 selections in this pick a card reading. And thank you, those of you who chose the Erotic Alchemy of the Ivory Moon. So now I'm going to take the 3 moons, the Ivory Moon, the Triple Moon, and the Silver Moon, and I'm going to throw charms. So I'm going to take the camera and show you from above what comes out. And you're probably going to see some kitty cat in there as well, because that's the way this reading has gone. So thank you very much for watching pile number 3, and if you want to stick around for this augury, please do. Okay, so I'm going to throw a handful of charms for all of you. The Silver Moon, the Triple Goddess Moon, and the Ivory Moon. Let's see what other guidance, information, and synchronicity, kind-wise ancestors, guides, cupids, and angels do you have for my dear viewers and subscribers for what is their erotic alchemy? That one came out too. This is my quadruple cacao seeds. So somebody's definitely in a soulmate or twin flame relationship. And let's just take a quick peek here, guys. Let's see. Not really sure how to show you this. Here we go. Okay, so we have very interesting connected strand here. So I'm seeing the mushroom on top with this beautiful crystal teardrop, the cacao seed, double roses. I'm definitely seeing some interaction with fairy energy, psychedelic substances, which are providing an emotional release for someone, which is necessary in order for you to progress into your desired realm of erotic experience. I feel that someone here is very connected to water, and it could be even when you are engaged in an erotic experience that crying is a part of that to you. There's some kind of a release which is very healing, and it could be instigated too by being in a natural environment. You could be really turned on by making love or having a sexual experience in nature, close to water, in the forest. And you could receive a lot of inspiration from your very primal, natural, or fairy energy. I know I do. Cacao, which is a tantric alchemical substance in itself, and which we turn into chocolate. You can see this seed made into this beautiful necklace. Perhaps chocolate, cacao, and sacred food and substances are of great importance to you in your journey. They are medicines to your erotic experience. These two roses, I feel like there's a loosening of some kind of sense of bondage in a relationship, which, even though you are still and always will be attached to one another energetically on a soul level, there's an understanding that the grip can be loosened, and that anything that appeared as being binding or limiting was actually just an illusion, might have been your own projection of that onto a relationship, and that your hearts are indeed flowering from two hearts from one plant. And I see a lot of positivity in this beautiful golden thread and the beautiful fuchsia thread. I see a lot of positivity in the solar masculine energy, just sort of growing in the same direction as the sweet floral feminine energy, the earth energy of the feminine. This could be an experience that you may be having with a partner, or something that would be very healing and cleansing erotically for you both. Also have this multifaceted crystal charm. I'm definitely perceiving this as being soul collective on earth, which is engaged in sexual healing, and whose tantric work and energy is actually elevating the planet as a whole and understanding ourselves more and more as infinitely faceted energetic beings who are operating, living, acting, and loving in and between multiple dimensions. Just by perceiving this, I'm also perceiving that a different kind of orgasm could be coming to you, where you're experiencing collective ecstasy when you come, and you're tapping into the energies of tantric practitioners all over the planet and being elevated through your individual erotic experience and conjoined with that of other people on a spiritual and telepathic level, so that you may be surprised by the levels of ecstasy that come into your erotic experience. Wow. Also have this aragonite. Feel getting a lot of dragon energy from this, so there's a lot of transformation occurring, connecting with your dragon guides, the ancient energy of transmutation, and the planet Venus through water and crystal could be of particular importance right now to my dear subscribers and viewers. Having a sense of everything being in motion and transformation, instead of in seeing what surrounds you and understanding this existence on earth as being only in the material. and valuing solidity over fluidity. So there could be changes in relationship where you once felt confined and now things are opening up interdimensionally with your partners or with new partners. Your definitions of relationships and what is valuable or acceptable to you sexually is changing. Quadruple cacao. So this is the 1111, or as I like to call it, the Elven of the Arcturian Alliance. So the Arcturian star system could be of importance to you. Again, cacao is being presented as a sacred substance and a portal through the interdimensional experience of our souls. Oh, Tibetan rain catcher. So this is affirmation that if you are on the diamond path, the lightning path, the path of Tantra, that you are being guided by the tantric deities whose templates are present in your soul. So it's also about the yin energy receiving. And I think this one relates in particular to those of you who chose the silver moon pile. In your explorations of power, maybe it would be valuable to you to look at Tibetan Tantra. Rain is also important, and water has come up again. In the northern context, that could be snow. And this white lily shell is showing that some of the subscribers and viewers of this video are experiencing a deep healing, possibly going through a death process right now on some level or facet of their soul experience, which will bring them to a purified vibration. This is also forgiveness. Forgiving ourselves so that we can forgive and be forgiven by our partners and come to one another clear so that we are receptacles to pull in higher energy as tantric travelers. And here's a little mouse. Here's a little mouse for Miss Mew. I think this is just encouragement to enjoy the softer side of life as well. The fluffy snow, the clouds, the kitty cats. Just being the experience of being and enjoying sweetness, softness, innocence. Have one little flower petal too. I think that's the same thing. Using our childlike state to play in our erotic experiences too, and just being really open and looking at our erotic experience as a time of play, learning, experimentation. Really beautiful. So thank you for being with myself and my feline companion for this pick a card reading. I really enjoyed it, and I hope that it brought you some inspiration and entertainment on this late February day or whenever you're watching it. And if you do like the video, please press like, press the subscribe button, comment upon it. I'm very interested and open to hearing comments of any sort. If I disagree, I will definitely let you know. And also I do post sacred food videos on Tantric Traveler as well. So check out what's available there. It is one of my deep interests, and I love you all. Be blessed.